I'll be right back, folks. Good evening, Rob. How do? As do you do well do. I was going to go use the loo real quick. I'll be back just briefly. Okay, we're good to go. I think we're ready. And there it looks like Mrs. Grace Martin. How's it going, Grace? Good to see you. All right, sorry. Had to go take care of something. Was slightly ill prepared for tonight. I'm a little worn out. It's been a long week. But anyways, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Need to move some stuff around. Set shit out of the way so it's not in my way. I can hang that back up there where I like to have it because it looks good up there. And I'm sitting on my rag. Weird. Oh, come on, camera. Don't be weird. Let me get rid of all of this. Yep. Much better. Much better. Now nobody's staring at my garbage. And good evening, Jason. Hey, Jason, guess what we forgot to do last week? And I don't have any today. We forgot to do beef jerky Saturday last week, which we were supposed to do. Yeah, no NFL season started. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it. 100% not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it ending in 6 months. I am not ready to deal with the NFL people. Does not. I know I didn't pick up any either today, and I was at the store. I just said screw it, and I didn't bother getting any. So we will have to attempt it next week. But I do have some positive news. I did actually harvest one of the said items that's going to be going your way, and this is the result of seeds. Ooh, focus. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Hide my face, because I'll try to focus on that. See what I mean? Ooh, hey, look, it worked. I don't even know how many's in here. I just kind of stuck them in there. But yeah, I'll get labeled on those, and I'll get those out at some point. I just don't know exactly at what some point is. Some point will be at some point. It'll either be or it won't be. I'm gonna find a spot for this thing now. You know what? Let's move those out of the way, and I'll slide that bugger up in there. There we go. Can I fit that one in there? No, I cannot. All right, you two, up top you go, up in there. And good evening, Miss Molly. How's it going? Missed y'all on Wednesday, but I believe I remember you saying something about not going live on Thursday or Wednesday, so I just kind of sat here bored out of my mind on Wednesday. But it's all good, as long as nobody died. What random receipt is this? I think I scan that one. But yeah, I got those seeds ready. I got quite a bit of them off of there. A lot of them were duds. So I apologize to anybody that I do send these out to. If you get a dud, it happens. Gotcha. So yeah, if I send these out to you and you get a dud or two, apologies. It will happen. It's hard to tell which ones are good, which ones aren't good. So yeah, I'll do my absolute best to try to pick a lot of the extra flat ones out. That way, at least you get some that look like they have loft. If they've got loft, I'm assuming they've got at least a little seed in there. I will check on over the next week or two what the germination rate is. I'll plant about 5 of these, and I'll see what the germ rate is. If I get 100% germ rate on just 5 of them, then yeah, these are good to go, and I'll start sending them out. Hey, Daniel, good to see you. I'm assuming Daniel, unless it's Tiffany tonight, in which case, good to see you as well. Ah, itchy. Ah, pinching weird. But yeah, so I got those. I still got the other ones over there. I gotta get those out of the casings because they're actually still in the heads. Sweet, squared away, good to go, awesome. And then I think once I get these ones sent out to those that are required to have these or wanting some of these, I will send you guys pretty much anybody else that wants some extra stuff. I'll just send like a variety bag. They won't be in these. I'm just using this bag as a for show and tell because it's a lot easier to see the seeds in this bag than it is the other ones. The other ones they do have a clear window on them, but it's just a lot easier to see the seeds in the clear bags because I can have. Let me see if I can find them real quick. I got them over here somewhere. I got an excruciatingly large amount of stuff over here, so I've got things everywhere, always. Always, everywhere, at all times. And half the stuff I don't know where my stuff is at because I have way too much stuff. Yeah, I don't need one of these. So, just ran something over. So these are the bags that if I do send out, I'll start sending them out in this. I just have to find something that can heat seal these. I might have to just buy myself like a flat iron so I can seal the end of these because they do, as you can see, they do have the little tearaway notch on the bottom or in the middle. And then these actually do have the resealable Ziploc tab. I'm only going to assume that that's there just for the aesthetics of not losing your seeds out of the seed pack once you get the seeds open. And nothing actually seals pretty good. Oh, man. Struggling just to open a Ziploc. There we go. Man, those are actually really, really robust Ziplocs. But yeah, so just got the Ziploc side on that one, and that's just to assume your seeds don't fall out because it is technically. Oh no, you know what? That's actually plastic lined all the way through. I had just assumed that these were just for the plastic on the window, but they're actually. I don't know if it'll actually pick that up, but yeah, you can see the shiny side on the it's shiny on the inside as well. So everything will be listed on there. These are fairly gives you the seed name, seed variety, which I'm going to assume the seed variety is the same thing as the seed name. Otherwise, it would be seed quantity. Or I guess it would be mammoth. The variety would be sunflower. And then I can get for the date. I just did these a couple of days ago, so I'll do that for, I'll say 9-3. And then growing notes, buttload of water. I will literally put that on there on the bottom. A buttload of water. Because I can't write that small. I don't have a 7mm pencil or a pen. I don't like writing in 0.7 pen anyway. 0.5 is too small. I can do it in pencil, but I don't like doing it in pen. But I have a 0.7 ballpoint somewhere around here. But I'll get all of that locked, loaded, information set on there, and then I'll do a couple of seeds in there for those who really want the mammoths. And then we can go from there. Actually, let's see how well these look in here. Inside the bag they go with the bag, because we need to see what they look like. Ooh. That's what they look like inside the package, inside of a package. Not too bad, not too shabby. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Just got finished eating like maybe 6 minutes before I got on here. And then I guess I can just use a sponge to suck out most of the air and then flatten it. And then heat seal it. Which will be good. But yeah, I've got tons of sunflowers I got to be harvesting and collecting the seeds for. But I do mean a ton of them. I got about 8 or 10 sunflower heads out there. Hey, Cecilia, how's it going? Good to see you. Got hair on me. But let's see. Other than that, have had like rain for like the last couple of days. Like rain 2 days ago. I got lucky, didn't have to water nothing. I had to water a few things yesterday because they were looking a little sad. Good evening, Colin. How's it going? Good evening, Jenny. Was going to come home and water today, but it rained on me as I was driving home. So I was like, yay, don't have to rain. Refilled all my water barrels, so I'm now at full capacity on my water. Yeah, I should be good as long as that one in the back. No, it is not lick and stick. It is actually one of those ones where you kind of need like a heat sealer on there. So I was thinking of just getting myself like a small flat iron, like a curling iron flat iron, and then just kind of crimping the ends for just a few seconds. Because it does, like I said, it does have the little tearaway notches. So you seal here, and then rip across, and then you have the opening for the main right there. I wish it was lick and stick, but no, it doesn't feel like it has any of that like sticky texture like a stamp. So I'm gonna have to find some way of heat sealing it. So most likely I'm just gonna end up having to get like a really small or like a low wattage curling iron or a flat iron, and then going from there. I think that's the only real option I have. Wasn't planning on having to buy a freaking flat iron for gardening, but hey, you know what? Things, you never know. Man, I think I'll just get a flat iron. Irons take too long to heat up, and I think their heat is inconsistent, especially when you're trying to do something like that. So, I mean, again, I live next to a Walmart, and I think the Kroger down by my street actually sells flat iron, like a curling flat iron, so I should be good there. So it shouldn't be too bad. And then, like I said, I've got stuff around here that I can modify if I have to. No, as a matter of fact, I don't. I've never had a need for one. My mom has one, but I don't. Hers isn't even a flat iron, it's a curling iron. So I couldn't even use that if I wanted to. Could probably find another method to do it, but I'm just not in the mood to sit there for 20, 30 minutes trying to figure out how to heat seal that damn thing with a piece of hot metal. So I'll just go spend like $30 and go buy one. Everyone's going to look at me funny at the store when I buy one. They're like, what do you need a flat iron for? Sealing seeds? It'll be weird. It'll be what it'll be. I don't have a square cast iron skillet, though. Yeah, I think it's just going to be easier for me to honestly get a flat iron. And then that'll just be sitting in here until somebody else wants seeds, which would be kind of weird. I'd use it to straighten my hair, but oh wait, all I got to do is get it wet. It kind of straightens out on its own. Ugh, sinus is being weird today. But yeah, so there's that. Let's see. Cucumbers, I've been still be getting those a couple of days a week. Yeah, regular iron would just be weird again because I'd have to have a good hard surface to heat seal it so it gets a good even heat seal. And our iron is weird, like really weird. Like it's just weird. So I had maybe one of the old school cast iron irons that used to put on the stove top, like those old cast iron stoves, like the potbelly stoves and stuff. You know that it had that the little iron stand. You'd put it above the fire and then you'd heat and melt stuff. If I had one of those, I could probably do it really good. But nah, I think I'm just gonna straight 100% just buy one of those like small flat iron curlers thingies and then just go from there, or like a straightening iron. I think I'll be able to get a way better seal that way. I'll have to test it with one of them to find out if I'm doing it right, but it should be what it should be. Now, the only other option I can do is I could staple it, but that might set off some weird red flags at the post office. So we'll just go with the other version. I think shouldn't be too bad for me. I think cost effective wise, it shouldn't be too bad. Ooh. Drink too much orange and now my stomach is mad at me. I also got to send out some cherry peppers to Jason and Molly. Those ones are doing good this year. I've gotten some really, really nice ones off of there. Got one off of there almost the size of a golf ball. Like it was a huge pepper. I was actually quite impressed. I do got a good amount of heat to them though. A good amount of heat. They got a good spice. I like them. Let's see. Jalapenos are kind of struggling this season, even though my plant's like 3 feet high. The Peter peppers are doing good. Now that I trimmed off all of my jalapenos off my plants, I'm hoping that they'll bush out and get bigger. That's what I'm waiting on. And then I can start making some powder again. It's only going to be like a 3 or 4 chili blend powder, but I think it should work. Because it'll have cherry peppers, jalapenos, Peter peppers, and then a couple of Tabasco peppers. Unfortunately, my Tabasco pepper plant's not doing really well. I got to transfer pots. I got to get it into a slightly bigger pot. The pot that it's in is too small, so it's constricting the roots, and it's really stunting the growth on it. I also think I need to grow at least 2 to 3 of those to counter the volume of like one jalapeno plant. And also, I got to see if I can finally figure out how to get some freaking habanero peppers because I can't get those to grow for squat down here, which is stupid because I live in the one environment where it should be super easy to grow them, but I can't. Don't know why. I just can't. I struggle every time. 3 years in a row, and I've struggled to grow habaneros. Jalapenos seem to work just fine for me. I don't know. Sinus is really being weird today. But anyways, let's see. So what else we got? The mystery melon. Mystery melon. That thing is getting absolutely out of hand. Hey, CR, how's it going? Good to see you. How'd that water taste, by the way, from the rain barrel? Did it have any weird, like, funny taste to it? Or did it just taste like water? But wait till I'll let him answer while I'm talking about the mystery melon. So I am currently at 6 of those melons now. I have 3 up front. Actually, sorry, 4 on the front plant. 2 that are about to start going off. I have the massive one in the back plant that the squirrel ate the first one of, little bastard. I have 1 massive one and 2 more smaller ones that are popping up. And one of them I didn't even notice that was there until I walked through there the other day and I seen it. And that sucker was already like this big, like the size of like a small Nerf football. So, yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of those. And my plant is taking over the rose bushes. It is growing everywhere. So when that thing is done for the season, I'm going to have to rip that out of the rose bushes and try to resolve the fact that it's pulling the one melon that I have in there is actually pulling down a whole section of rose bush because that thing probably weighs like 5 pounds. Huge melon, I'm telling you, folks. The thing is absolutely massive right now. And I still have no idea what it is. So I'm going to wait till it's either ripened or it turns into something interesting because as far as I know, it's not a pumpkin. Because the seeds are the wrong way. The seeds are just wrong. They're not they're the long, flat teardrop shapes. Again, I tried showing you guys. And we all know what pumpkin seeds look like. They're really fat. They're flat, fat, and look like a teardrop as well. But they're really wide. These ones are really thin and narrow. Sunflower kernel, sunflower seed, it's the same difference. I've actually eaten them raw straight off of the plant. Like you can harvest them when the casing is dry, you just pop it out and eat it. It just tastes like a sunflower seed. Like a non-roasted, non-salted sunflower seed. The only thing that makes sunflowers seeds so here's the funny thing. So it's not even the actual seed itself that tastes good. It's the salt content or sodium that they soak the outer casing in that makes seeds taste good. Pignons are the only ones that actually have where you can actually, like pignons and pistachios, where you can actually taste the salt on the nut itself. But I think sunflowers just taste like sunflower seeds. We only just get that seasoning flavor taste off of them from the salt casing, which some of us actually eat because we're weird. The rest of us just kind of crack one at a time and eat one little mini sunflower kernel. Nice. We were just talking about that on this one before you popped in. And that's what I got here. I've got these guys. 100%. I'll do them on my forehead. There we go. These are the mammoths. And if you want seeds, because I still have to get packages sent out, and I got to start doing them soon, because if I don't, then I'm not going to get them at all. I'm just going to forego all sent packages and be like, nope, I'm too lazy. Uh, but I've got items and stuff for people that I need to get sent out that I've had for months upon like a year to a month, like months, but I've got to get stuff sorted. I got to go through this whole corner pile and get all the stuff that I need and start getting things squared away. But yeah, so I got mammoths here. These ones are going to Jason. I don't know how many you want, Jason. Do you want like 5, 10, 15 seeds? How many do you want? I can send you as many as you need or as many as you don't need. So as many as you need or as little as you need. You let me know how many you want, and I will package them and send them. That way we can get the other half of the stuff squared away for the solar panel thingy. Yeah, I've got tons of little ones, which is weird. I think, where am I? Oh man, I have that in shoot, where did I put it? Well, you know what? I think I got it buried over here in the back corner. Yeah, I'm not going to go try to find it. It's buried over there somewhere. Other than that, I moved it down in there. I think I moved it down there. But yeah. Some of those seeds were a lot smaller than the originals, but at the same time, I got an abundance of it. So I think next year, if I give the seeds more spacing, more water, more area for the root growth to develop, I think they'll do a lot better. And I will be doing that on my neighbor's property next year. I've already talked to her about it. She said, go ahead. So I'll set up a watering system on that end, and we'll go from there and hopefully get even more. I don't know about using seeds as a dye. There's usually not, as far as I know, there's not enough tannins or whatnot, not tannins, dye coloring in the seeds themselves. I know you can do it with mint, but you'll end up getting like a light green, almost like this color, like almost kind of like a weird, funky piss yellow. Yeah, that thing is really splitting. So I don't know. I've never done it myself, but as far as I know, I don't think I've known anybody that's actually done seeds, used sunflower seeds as a dye. I was not aware that you physically could. But it'll be interesting to know. You know what? I'm tired of hearing that, so let's mute. So I don't have to hear that all day night long. Fully charged on that one. Yeah, I've never done sunflower seeds as a dye. I've used sunflower seeds as for dyeing, but then again, I don't do a lot of dyeing. Not exactly my forte, but hey, neither is chickens, and I'll hopefully be getting some of those next season. Yeah, and yes, it will be next season. I will not have the time to do them this year. The vehicle will not be moved until probably November, December, maybe January at the earliest. I don't know. So my space for where my chickens were going to be going, I can't quite get them there, which really sucks. And a few other things, and it's one thing after the next. I need to just get me some property. That way I can just move everything to the property, get everything that I need squared away over there. I can move the empty vehicles onto said property, anchor them down, put security cameras on, make sure nobody's trying to do anything stupid with my stuff, and slowly work on putting a small little house on that property so I can just full-time be down there. I may or may not have internet, and I am not going to subsidize a freaking terrorist by giving them money for their stupid internet. Yeah, I don't know. I have to find a property that I can get that's not 7,000 miles out of my range. I want something that I can get to within like an hour of driving, if that. That way, if things go sideways, I can get to my property and I can just be down there. Although, to be honest, I'm probably safer on this property because I've already got stuff established. Because if I get it, once I'm able to get a property, don't have one yet, but once I'm able to, I got to put rain collection up. It's going to be one of the first things I do is rain collection. That way I can at least have something that I can gather water with. Even if it's just like a single 50-foot long by 8 or 10-foot wide freaking 45-degree shade structure, whatever you want to call it, I can go with that and even run solar on that. I can just do it both ways. So I can run solar and collect water off the same unit and then go from there. Maybe put like a little shed at the end so I can store my batteries or whatnot, but I haven't quite gotten that far yet. I need money for that. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly rich or rolling in money. I'm also still waiting for my stuff to get shipped for my expensive seasoning so I can start trying to grow that next year. Maybe that can help me subsidize a little bit of the cost for property, but we'll see. We'll see. I was hoping to do a lot better financially this year, but things have not always benefited me the most pristine ways as I've gone through life. I was hoping this year to at least make 2 visits to fellow gardeners to help them out. That did not work out as well as I thought it was because I thought I was going to have a little bit more saved up, but things happen. And here's the kicker. I have not spent a lot of money at Home Depot. I have actually curbed buying planters. The most expense I had this year was buying the fruit trees or the citrus, which was like 140 or 100, like 160, I think is what it was, because I brought like, what was it, I bought like 8 fruit trees. Had 2 key limes, which I lost one of them. That was my own neglect, so I lost a $30 fruit tree. Kind of sad on that one. That one kind of pissed me off, but that was my own fault. I have no one else to blame but me. So I lost one of my key limes, but I had 2 of those. I also had 2 like pink Himalayan lemons or whatever they were. I had more lemons. I had more limes. So yeah, I bought like 6 or 8 plants, but about $30 a pop. So it was a bit expensive, but it's not like I bought them all at once. But so I have those, and one of them is I did plant, like I said, I planted right away one of the key limes because I had an empty pot for it. And that bush is now 2 foot high, 2 foot wide. It just took off. Ooh, yeah. Some years it's weird. Some years you get really good harvest on plants, and then other years that plant, the same plant, same variety, just literally kicks you right square in the butt cheeks, and is all like, "I'm not doing anything." Like this year, I had a really good abundance on sunflower seeds, and cucumbers are going crazy. Everything else is just really slow. Like, and I mean really slow. My beans aren't doing so well. The yard longs, I don't think I got one more than about a foot long, which kind of makes me mad that the name of the plant is a yard long, and yet the longest one I got was about maybe 12, 13 inches. Now, didn't your lemon tomatoes, your lemon pear tomatoes do really well? Yeah, your lemon pear tomatoes. I thought those ones did pretty well for you. But so far, my mint is doing good. I think I've killed 2 plants on accident because I guess I didn't water them for a day or two. Just weird because they're in shade. Like 85% of the day they are in shade. But it's not like I don't have mint everywhere in my yard. Deb. And to think I only drink on Saturdays and Tuesdays. Deb's over here. I thought yesterday was Saturday. Deb, you are an absolute hoot. Absolute hoot. And yes, today is Saturday. Let's see. My corn, by the way, absolute abomination for corn this year. I had one corn cob that was like 97% kernels, and the damn thing was like 2.5 inches long. Bill, I didn't sneak on. I go live the same time every Saturday. 7:30 Mountain Time. Sorry, 6:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 Central Time, and 8:30 East Coast. I haven't called you any names. I said you are a hoot. Check your settings. Make sure you got all notifications. You don't have anything randomly blocked. If anything, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and hit the bell notification for all the stuff. And I've been watching your seed updates. That clay is, you are struggling with that clay soil, like big time. I don't know if you got my message on that one, but I would definitely till a lot of organic matter into that soil. If you have to, get a broad fork and broad fork hand till that whole section. Oh yeah, you definitely need organic. Bill, you have a whole forest full of freaking trees. Get those leaves, mulch them leaves up, and till that into your dirt. Ooh, one make it bite up and down. Ouch. Horse beans. Yeah, you definitely need a Wi-Fi router or a booster up there. What are you doing, CR? What are you doing with the sunflower stalks that you get? Are you drying them out and using them for climbing poles, or are you actually chopping them up as using them for organic matter? uh, Surprisingly, if you're near one, Home Depot sells them, which is odd because I never thought a Home Depot would actually sell a broad fork. Or you can get them on the oh shit. Somebody help me out here. Colin, where are you when I need you for the what is that stupid Amish store that does a lot of manual stuff, not with a tiller? Oh my god. I almost said Barnes and Nobles, but that's a book place. Yes, Lehman's. Thank you, Lehman's. Lehman sells broad forks. You can get the broad fork or the narrow broad fork. Because the main broad fork's usually like 2.5 feet, but the tines are like 8 inches apart. And then you can get the narrow broad fork where the tines are like 3 to 4 inches apart, I believe. Oh yeah, there you. Oh, you got an electric tiller, so there you go. You just throw that organic matter down on the ground and till that in there. Now I do recommend you got watch out for the big rocks, but I think your area doesn't have a lot of big rocks unless. Oh yeah, definitely having a tiller is good for having all of that stuff. No worries there, Colin. I know you probably had a long week too. Oh, good news on the Racox, on the Arcox. I'm just giving you shit, Bill. I'm just kidding. Because I'm assuming you just got little rocks, like kind of like pea gravel to slightly bigger, like fill gravel. Nice. That'll be a good help to get all the bigger stuff out of the soil, loosen that stuff up. And that soil is what you're going to want to mix in with the organic matter. And I know you already know this, but yeah, I would wait till fall hits and you start going out there and collecting all them tree leaves, because I've seen your property line. You got trees everywhere. I would start taking, if you got dead standing, I'd see if you can't get a tree mulcher, mulch the whole tree, chuck that into the ground, or let that sit there for. Actually, I wouldn't even bother letting it sit there. Mulch it into the ground for the wintertime, let that decompose over wintertime, along with the, like I said, like hay and the rest of the like organic matter, and oh, you'd be golden. Yeah, wood chippers are expensive. Like a decent wood chipper is probably going to run you like 20 grand. Well, I don't know where this is at. Let's do the easy way. No, I need like a good wood chipper, not these cheap garbagey. You want a wood chipper that's either on a PTO system or like a professional high-end wood chipper. Yeah, here you go. You can get Wallenstein BXTR 5224 hydraulic feed wood chipper for only like 19,000. Damn. Home Depot's got a nasty one. Big Bear Power Tornadic. Tornadic. 7-inch, 34 horsepower V-twin commercial wood chipper. Dang, that is nasty. That is a nasty wood chipper. Oh, I guarantee that V-Vort wood chipper's not eating no 8-inch log. No, they got the 5-inch, 15 horsepower gas-powered commercial one for 23, the same version. But yeah, you would need a really high-end wood chipper. Oh, hey, yeah, you can get, yeah, no thanks. You need a PTO drive for that one, or hydraulic drive for $160,000. Yeah, just get something, if you got a tractor, I would get something that runs off the PTO drive on that. Since you've got the access to the tractor, and just use, what is it, Chris's tractor? Do you think you said his name was? Oh, Clyde. Yeah, just hook that up to Clyde's PTO on the tractor or hydraulic lines and just run that off of there. You'd be able to mulch a lot of stuff real quick. Ooh, nice. Pond filling up, that's good. How deep did you end up digging that pond? Yes, CR, yes it does. Chop drop manually takes 4 times. Yeah, see, yeah, you need a PTO chipper. Oh, I don't know if I would trust an AliExpress PTO chipper. Yeah, exactly. That it would. Don't use your dipstick to test the waters. Yeah, some of them do. I think Home Depot and Lowe's have the rental wood chippers, but their rental rates are freaking stupid. You'll get like 4 hours on it, but it sucks if your drive is an hour and a half, and then you got to drive all the way back, and then you got to pay all the late fees. So you're better off just renting the damn thing for like a weekend. It's cheaper. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, just rent one. 4 foot goes to 1 foot. Oh, so you've got like a slope pond, or well, like a swimming pool. One end is low and the other end is deep. The other end is the deep end. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Hopefully we see some gardening in the future from Colin. Other way around, I think maybe, Bill, you're at 7,000, 70,000 gallons instead of 45,000. Nice. Keep that somewhere nice and warm because I know you guys are going to get cold real soon, real quick. Ooh, and all the neighbors are veterans. That's nice. That'll be cool for your area. That'll be really good. Yeah, so I'm just looking forward to doing more stuff. Looking forward to seeing a lot of videos from everybody else doing more gardening work. Bill's got an epic amount of yard work he's got to get done. Okay, due to the grading of the pond, so it was originally supposed to be 70,000 gallons, but you're looking at about 45,000. That's not bad. Nah, shouldn't need to repot the tomato. They work fairly good in kind of small spaces too. CR wants to know how big the plant is. It's funny, you don't really need a large tomato plant. You can get those things 2 foot high and they'll still poop out like dozens of freaking tomatoes. Due to something going on at work, are they restructuring work or are they laying you off again? Or is that because of leg surgery or hip surgery or whatever? Wow. I'm trying to read this. Yes, I've been enjoying the cooler weather. It is really, really nice again. I do not like hearing that unless that's for the hearing. Yeah, but that's a yeah, a brush stripper would work, I suppose. So you're saying no more light duty, or no, you got more light duty? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Right? That's yeah, that's what shade is for. You got to buy a lot of. Bill, I got to send you a lot of my plants. A lot of my stuff down here is massively heat tolerant, so I got to send you a bunch of heat tolerant plants so you don't have to water for like 3-4 days. So okay, so no light duty, so back to full time duty. Everybody sees everybody. I hope everybody sees everybody, because if you don't see everybody, then somebody's got somebody blocked somewhere, and that's no bueno. Oh, good. I didn't push the button. Deb had a temp 44 this morning. So wait, how do you have no more light duty work available, but you're going back to light duty? So they cutting your hours? Is that what it's going to be? Bill, you're the one that wanted chickens? Or was that, damn it, brain fart, Sharon? Sharon? Sharon wanted chickens? But yes, Bill, definitely you need the broad fork. Hey, Serena, how's it going? Long time no see. How you doing this week? Oh, jeez. Yeah, like Cecilia said, I thought you were awful light duty work already. I thought they cleared you for regular standard work. Snowdrops. I don't even know what a snowdrop is. Ugh. What are your limitations? Did you throw out your back too? Because I swear, I thought they had cleared you out from light duty on your last physical checkup since your knee was healing properly. Oh my god, 10-pound weight limit. You might as well just work in fast food or something, dude. You're going to have to figure out something to do because we are not going to be able to afford to subsidize you if you're not working. We can't afford it. You can work at customer service. You don't need to lift anything for that. Damn, got wet on me. I hope so. I hope so. Rob has made it. Rob is here. How's it going? Good to see you. Where'd the other Rob go? Rob fell asleep? Rob fell asleep. How you doing today, Rob? Hope all is well on your side of the states. I was gonna say pond, but then that doesn't make any sense unless by some miracle between you and me there's a random pond, which I guess technically I can say. How's your side of the pond? Oh no, Jenny's getting her VA benefits as well. She got was it 2 weeks ago they got she was getting the paperwork for it for whatever she was doing, which is good. Yeah, no, that's what Cecilia was asking me. I was giving her the information because yeah. So Jenny and Colin will both be getting their VA benefits. It's spelled IT. That is how you spell it. IT. It's only 2 letters. Nice. CRIT. IT. It's all good. A little bit of information here helps since I wasn't there on Friday because I was doing some other stuff. I did not get finished on Friday. God, what time did I come back inside? I think I got done with what I was doing at like 9 p.m. I had a ton of stuff I was doing outside, which was yanking it. I filled an entire empty trash can full of weeds. Full of weeds. That's how many weeds I had in my yard. Them weeds were 4 feet wide and 3 feet high. Like, my trash can's packed. I dropped like a 20-pound stone in there just to flatten everything out in the bottom. So I have like 1.5 feet of space so I can put more weeds in there. Yeah, no worries. Ah, there you go. I've got so this is gonna really sound stupid, but it might not sound stupid for you, Bill. If you can get some sheets of plexiglass or coroplast, which is that weird, funky double-paneled plastic with the like ribs that basically looks like the plastic version of cardboard. If you know you're going to get some severe weather, run that outside and lay that on top of your solar panels. And if you have to, just put like a little spacer at either the top or the bottom just to give it a little bit of clearance so it's not directly on the solar panel. That way when the stuff hits, it kind of hits and bounces off. Just food for thought. That stuff does get expensive. Sometimes you can find it for like dirt cheap, but you're looking at roughly anywhere probably in your area they probably have it cheaper, so you're probably looking at like $50 a panel. Over here it's like anywhere between 80 to 130 a panel depending on what you get. Compost. Nice. Well, no, that's why you go out there with a weed whacker, or you just go out there with a push mower and you just push mow the stuff into it. But no, if you're going to do grass, let your grass dry out before you till it into the ground. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to have that same problem. It's just going to wrap around and get stuck on the blades. It's like hair in a vacuum blade, the vacuum roller. You got long hair and you suck that up into the vacuum. Your vacuum roller or vacuum brush just gets clogged with it. So, always good to. Hey, Nubs, how's it going? Good to see you over here again this week. Hope all is well on your side. I think tonight we're just going to go a little longer on this one. I seem to be doing pretty good on the watchers right now. I did this last week and I was at like 15 people in here and I went to the second channel and it just died. I got like maximum of like 6, maybe 8. I don't think it. I don't think Bill's trying to get rid of the grass. I think what he's trying to do is he's got a section of grass, but he's trying to use the clippings to add to the soil for organic matter because he's got really bad clay soil. And yeah, you definitely need to burn those raspberry bushes or those blackberries. Easiest way is just to get a steel burn barrel. Oh, you can burn blackberries. That's not a problem. It's getting them into small enough, manageable. Billy, I think you're just better off just raking them all into one pile, throwing some gasoline on there, and just burning the crap out of them. Yeah, that's why you let the dogs run out into the bush. Just let them shit in the woods. If a dog shits in the woods and nobody's there to see it, does the dog really shit in the woods? The whole adage of with the bear, if the bear poops in the woods and nobody's around to see it, does the bear really poop in the woods? Well, if you step on it, obviously it did, because if it didn't, you wouldn't have stepped on it. No, that was the bear. The bear one day asked Mr. Rabbit, he's like, Mr. Rabbit, do you have any issues with shit sticking to your fur? And Rabbit goes, no. Bear promptly grabbed him, wiped his ass with a rabbit, and set him on the ground. I pooped in the woods. It's never fun if you don't have toilet paper. But hey, I know a few secret poop wiping techniques, but anyway, that's not where we're going on this one. Hey, Bill might have a bear. There might be some gay bears out there. Who knows? Never backpacked, but I've dug a cat hole before on a trip. Just bury it deep enough. Put a rock on top of it. Just don't stack rocks. Just don't stack rocks. Only stack rocks if you're in an emergency situation and you only need to stack them 3 high. Does it for fun. I pick out my trees for fun. Gets my trees nice and healthy. Shoot, my $18 stick out here is going absolutely crazy. That thing's got about 8 branches on it now. And they're like 3 feet long. Stick was only like 4 feet when I put it in the ground. And now it's actually darn near taller than I am. If I actually stood on the pot, I think that thing would be about eye level with me. Yeah. You're not really technically supposed to use human waste for plants. We have too many toxins in our systems. You can use the urine, but that's just basically urea. So you basically just pee into a water can, and there's your dilution. And then, yeah, you just add that to like a lot of your trees and plants, and does help out a little bit. Works pretty well too. Ooh, have fun with that one, Nubs. Hope you don't eat too many brownies afterwards. So what, you guys defecate in one container and pee in another container? I don't know how sunflower soup would taste. I know technically you can eat the young sunflower heads, but once they start getting those little green stems on there, I think at that point that's when they start producing the actual seeds. And I believe at that point they are no longer edible, or I may be 100% wrong. Gotcha. So you've got a large container of liquid urea and a large container of solid compost. We'll call it solid compost to make it not sound terrible. Okay. No, you gotta do something, Bill. I know you're unlimited prop space, but you got to get it so you're a little bit more comfortable ergonomically, and I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. But yeah, you got to go. Gotcha. Well, again, you got an entire freaking tree line. You just go dump that in and just go slap a bucket in there every like 4 feet. Although I wonder if you mix it with either hay or sawdust and then just kind of lay it out there in a pile, I wonder if that would help break it down a little better, or at least dilute some of the enzymes or whatnot from that waste. But I don't know. I'm not a poo specialist. Oh, it is a shit in a can. Yeah, mixed with refined sawdust. There you go. Yeah, see, then you're all good. Just go out there with a chainsaw and just start cutting down sections of random tree, and you'll get all the chainsaw cuttings. That's some good sawdust right there. Or you can go to your local store, like Walmart or whatnot, if you have one near you, and spend freaking $12 on a stupid, like, 1 foot by 1 foot by 2 foot bale of hay for Halloween. I'd rather just go buy a bale of hay. Tastes like corn. I did not. I completely forgot about it after we were talking about it because I was already dead tired on that talk. I can look it right now. So it's just an air operated water pump. At least that's what I'm getting. It's not really showing me anything for an actual pump, but they're designed for schools, really. So it's basically just a water or air powered water pump. That's interesting. Basically, an air pump. What do you consider a mega bale of wood shavings? All right, top of the hour to you too, CR. Just kidding. So yeah, I'm just what do you consider a mega bale for wood shavings? Like 3 foot by 5 foot by 2 foot, 3 by 3 by 5, 3 by 3 by 6, 2 by 2 by 5. Like 890 is still not that bad if you're getting a ton of wood shavings. It also depends on how fast you go through them. So I mean, if you're doing that every month, every couple of months, I mean that's still not too bad. Can be though. So note to self, if I go to Bill's house to help him out, I got shit in the woods. Take a lot of toilet paper. Yeah, see, that's still. I was, it looks like a simple mechanism. I was reading through it. But it's essentially what the definition said is basically a water vacuum or a water vacuum pump, similar to a oh shit, what the heck is the name of that thing? Oh, I forgot the name of it already. 1 foot by 11 foot by 3 foot. Oh, 1 foot by 1.5 foot by 3 foot. Jesus. Bill, use a light, but then again, I know Sharon's going to get mad at you if you turn on anything super bright over there. That's why I have a lit keyboard. The sunflower parts, the like yellow petals on sunflowers. Uh, as far as I don't think there's really any use for those CR, other than to like stick them in like a potpourri bag. Yeah, exactly. Darkness. Living in the dark ages. No, your life is all about dirty dirt, beans and dirt, dirt beans. Dirt beans. Oh, you know what? I need to go. I probably should go check on my radishes. I planted a whole bunch of random radishes. I harvested. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I did the other day of the radish seed harvest. It is a mix of regular radishes or red globe radishes, I guess, whatever you want to call them, and then some watermelon radish. I just mixed them all in the same container. I did every couple of here and there. I would get them and I'd squash the casings and I'd blow the casing off so I'd get the seed, and I just planted them randomly throughout the yard in very little areas. Well, you should be planting Swiss chard and spinach already. Yeah, I like the French breakfast radish. You get it's small, compact size. You actually get some really good sized radishes. It's a reverse airlift. Okay. Yeah, buttload of seed pods, and I probably won't get more than maybe an ounce, if that, of seeds, which is ridiculous. There's probably 1,000 seeds in there, but it won't weigh nothing because them seeds are like super tiny. But oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I mean, Bill, I've got some French breakfast radishes that were like 3-4 inches, and like around as thick as this thing, and that's let's say probably about an inch solid. I've had some fat breakfast radishes. But those were some of I think that was like the third or fourth crop of something I tried to grow, and I grew them in a small 6-inch planter. Did terrible the first time I did them. Only got a handful. But the second time I did them, man, those things took off, and I got some good ones. And I've just been using the same seeds every time seed pods. I got a jar full of seeds back there, seed pods that I just break up and plant out here. And yeah, I've been using those, the same ones for like 3-4 years now. I've been pooping them out. So it's been fun just randomly. I'll just throw them in the dirt. I usually stick them down about 1/4 inch, and they pop up. Yeah, they come real fast. Well, don't play with bandsaws. That's all I gotta say. Or move your finger out the way when you're using a hatchet, so you don't hatchet off your finger. Didn't we already have this conversation last week on why your Nub's revenge? We're all over here dying from that. But yeah, definitely. I like to. And here's a question for you, Bill. Are your radishes, when you grow them, are they like really spicy, like a standard radish, or are they like kind of on the the mild side of like the spicy bit? Because my radishes over here freaking get mad spicy. And I'm talking like eyes and nose watering spicy. Not on, man, you're down my way. I got to give you some of them spicy. The ones I grow down here, they get freaking stupid hot. Like, it's almost like eating a habanero. I mean, not a habanero, a jalapeno. Yeah. Almost like, I would say the equivalent of like actually eating like the pepper kernel before it's been ground. Like, you just eat the whole pepper kernel, like the peppercorn, and just chewing on that. That's what my radishes taste like. Damn, now down to 4 people. Even my watermelon radish, which is supposed to be a mild radish, but it's just a really big radish. And they actually do look like watermelons on the inside. You got the green casing, and then you slice it open, and it's like dark purple, and then it just kind of fades into like a pinkish red, purplish pinkish red. But man, those things are freaking tasty. Yeah, no, I hear that one. Ooh, still here for me? Yeah. That'll be an interesting spicy tincture. Oh, I like to pick mine in the middle of the daytime when it's hot, and then I stick them in the fridge just to torment my stuff. Problem is, I'm never up at the crack of dawn. I go to my sleep schedule. I go to bed at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then I wake up at like 8:30. But yeah, I had like 2 watermelon radishes that did real well. The rest of them bolted. I even had some long white ones. What the heck are those things? Stupid Japanese radish. My brain just shut off. 100% brain just shut off. Long white radishes that you usually see in like Japanese cuisine or Chinese cuisine. Daikons. I had like 1 daikon radish that did real well, and then all of the rest of them just bolted. It got way too hot. So I either need to plant those in April, or I need to plant them now. I think I might plant some now. I think I still have some daikon radish seeds. So I think if I plant some now, I might actually be able to get some good daikons. But my Kentucky Wonder pole beans, those things are going crazy right now. I have 1 plant that's just taken off. I probably got about 20, 30 seed pods on it. The thing's only like 3 feet high, most of the plant. And Eggplant is going absolutely haywire right now. The spot where I've got them sitting on the south side of the house in the shade, they are going. Those plants are like 2 feet high, and I have the eggplant right next to the beans. So I'm hoping it gives me a more neutral pH balance on the soil. So I'll get bigger eggplants and better beans. Ooh, the amaranth would be interesting. Yeah, I figured my temperatures aren't getting any hotter. I lost my rate and I lost my thing over here. It's close enough to charged. I don't care. Need like another minute. My temp range, because I'm cooling down and I'm getting a lot of water recently, it's been like in the mid 80s. Ooh, I get a little bit of a warm streak next week. Goes back up to 90, 92, but I'm at like mid-range, mid to low 80s the rest of this month, or the rest for the next 10 days, or 7 days. So that's good, which means I'll be able to start planting some late fall crops. I can get some. Now, for me, 80s will be perfect for the radishes. I've got a lot of shady spots over here too. Yeah, I haven't even planted my garlic. I'm gonna wait till October to plant my garlic. The last time I did that, they came out real well. Or did I plant them in November? I think I planted them in November and they came out in January. They started popping up. And hopefully, I can get some hardneck radish or hardneck garlic this year. I'm running low. I've only got like a handful of cloves left. All right, take care, Nubs. Be well, be safe. Thanks for stopping by, and hope you don't partake too much in the devil's lettuce. But again, be well, be safe. Thanks for joining us, and we will catch you on the next one. All right, so probably going to go another 9 minutes, folks, and then I will run over to the second side. This will be. I'm probably just going to do an hour and a half here, and then an hour and a half on the other side. I don't feel like spending 3 hours on here tonight, or like 5 hours on here tonight. I'm tired, and I want to do some other things outside because it's nice weather, and I'm not dying today. I'm a little tired, but it is what it is. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do on my property. I'm trying to make a lot of microclimates. I've got a couple of spaces that are doing fantastic where I have all of my sunflowers. I've got shade most of the day on that end. Once the sun gets to a certain spot, the whole like it's all in the shade. I've got all the other plants over there. It's actually a lot cooler on that side of the house than it is anywhere else. If I'm over there in the sun, because of the amount of plant matter I have and organic matter I have, it's way cooler. Yep. All right. Take care, CR. Be well, be safe. Have a good one, brother. Catch you on the next one. Yeah, since you guys did that land clearing, you've got nothing but hot, dirty soil. But yeah, you gotta get something on that terrace or platform, whatever you want to call it. That they do. That they do. But you got to have a lot of plants out there. If you ain't got no plants, you're not going to get any of that. The unfortunate side effect of mass clearings. Takes a while to get plant matter back on there. Well, as long as you keep it from getting any sort of, if you got any sort of growth on there, like any weeds, just chop them down right away. Oh my God, I would not recommend doing that. And I know you have those seeds too, because you were telling me that you bought a whole freaking like 5-gallon bucket full of them damn things. That's a lot of loofah seeds. So just random beans. So do you get like the mixed variety bags, or did you just get like straight like pinto? And are you just going with a chop and drop method on those, or are you actually going to do something with like the loofahs? Because I still have, by the way, Bill, desert loofah. Desert loofah. Surprisingly, there's still a random seed in there, which I just can't get to unless I cut it. But that's how long I got them last year. This thing is, I think this one was almost about a foot. Oh, I have no intention of eating that much fiber. I think I would die if I ate that much fiber. Nah, these things are good for, like, basically it's an organic cleaning sponge. But I grew about, I think I got about 8 of those, six or 8 of those the first year I grew them. And I got those seeds from Jason when we went to the meetup in Elk Rock. Serrano's nose. Seven to 10 inches, I would not consider that a young loofah. I would consider maybe 3 to 4 inches young, but 7 to 10 inches, I would almost consider that damn near a mature loofah. But yeah, I think I still have 2 of those seeds from you, Jason, from the seed pack that we got traded for in the Iowa. I got them somewhere. They're in one of my containers over here someplace. Either that or I got them buried up on the shelf somewhere. I got to find my other stash of seeds so I can see if I can't get them to grow, which I think I've got those buried down over here by my TV. I'm telling you, it's like a foot long, dude. I shit you not. Like, I had a whole bunch of these. So, look, we got there to there, 11 inches. We'll say right at 11 inches, and that's with the curve. So, you can look, I'm not pulling any punches. It is, look, it is at the end. All I'm doing is following the curvature, and we're hitting at 11 inches. Oh, I got that stuck in there. Ah, there we go. Damn, that was wedged in there. But I had majority of them were about that same time. Hey, Obstacle, how's it going? Shows up the last 3 minutes. Yeah, I still would think that a 7-inch loofah would be more of a mature loofah than anything else, depending on the plant's growth speculations. But hey, Dano, just to let you know, in about 2 minutes, I'm going to end this one, and I'm going to start the other one. So make sure you have your beer ready. And look for me, because I'll be over there in like less than 5 minutes. But surprisingly, I actually did well on the loofahs. The only problem was those damn things grew to like 15, 20 feet long. And I had to like support them 5 different ways just so they would not fall over and knock over my trellis. Because I had them on the 3-post tomato trellises that you usually get the kits for, like Home Depot, Lowe's, and Walmart. I know Walmart sells them too. You can find them over there. But you get the like 3 6-foot poles, and then you get the like 9 vertical connectors that just kind of snap on. I had them on that, and it actually pulled it over to one side. Yeah, there you go. Make a video on that one. Because I've never I know you can eat young loofahs. I just never wanted to, because to me that's too much fiber. And I think even at 7 to 10 inches, they start to develop seeds. I think. I don't know. I've never actually pulled one of mine off at 7 to 10 inches to see what they have. I could try it, though. I could just get one and just straight carve it open like a fish and see what I get on the inside. I'd be kind of curious, actually. I know I've had a few that rotted out on me that just did not, like, season well, and they kind of crumbled to dust, and I just threw them in the compost pile. I'm hoping next year I don't randomly have, like, 14 loofah seeds just popping up, and I got plants everywhere. Because I plan on putting my greenhouse right there. But anyways, I'm going to start winding her down, folks. We are at an hour and a half. Yes, exactly. Those are gross. Those are gross. Sorry for the blurriness at the end of this, folks, but Bill, I will be going live again in about 3 to 5 minutes, so it'll probably be less than 5 minutes. Look for me again. We can continue this talk, but we'll be talking with beverages. So, all right, folks, do me a favor on the way out. Hit that thumbs up, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Share this out with friends, family, and anybody else that's interested in gardening. I usually just use this first hour or so to just flabbergast and flap my yap and talk about plants. Second one's a little bit more in-depth, but we'll see you guys all in a bit. Catch y'all later. It's going to be Fox and Outdoors signing off. Be well, be safe, and don't forget to garden.